The very people who preach about diversity and inclusivity hate to uphold that when it comes to diversity of thought and inclusion of opinion. They want everybody to always agree with their opinions all the time, or else you're an istinophobe. And now Naughty Dog's fan site is trashing gamers as narrow minded idiots. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, these people claim to be inclusive until it comes time to just respect the fact that people have different opinions than theirs when it comes to video games. And now a Naughty Dog fan site is trashing gamers as narrow-minded idiots after the massive backlash to the company's newly announced Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet game. So by their logic, the over 450,000 people who have disliked all of the uploaded trailers for this game are narrow-minded idiots. That's not a particularly winning strategy. We've seen this time and time again with developers who attack gamers and then their titles don't sell and they cry going, "Why aren't you buying our game?" Because we don't have to. And, well, Naughty Dog World here, I think is just farming for, attention on social media, but it really makes them look like the idiots because there are hundreds of thousands to millions of gamers who were not fans of this trailer. And sure, maybe this game will come out in a million years and it will be fantastic, but ultimately, this first teaser was not good. People are voicing their dislike for it, and we're being labeled awful things just for criticizing it. These people do not understand that companies upload trailers for people to judge them. That's the whole point of trailers. Now, yes, they want you to positively react to it and give it a like, and they want your judgment to be good, but ultimately, they're only releasing trailers to try to get you hyped for a product, meaning you have to judge it. And just because we're judging it in a negative way or we're not, simping for this game doesn't mean we're awful people. It just means we have an opinion like every human being does. They said watching all of the narrow-minded idiots online getting upset me, and then it's the image of the lead character sipping her drink looking like a snarky bitch, and I don't think they understand that this is being used by everybody right now. Even I had posted the Gollumified version of this character, but they don't understand that we are also using this as a meme because this picture encapsulates the problem with Naughty Dog, and it shows that they did not learn anything from The Last of Us Part 2. They did not take our feedback into consideration at all whatsoever. After Jolin won, after seeing Abby smash, they didn't understand why people were upset with the decisions that they've made, and they've only doubled and tripled down with this character. It's been 4 years of them just completely ignoring our feedback, and it shows that Neil Druckmann suffers from the Bob Iger effect. I talk about this all of the time, but Bob Iger truly believes in the message, and he thinks it's going to eventually pay off, that it's better to make 30 pieces of woke content now because eventually people will want to watch that. Even if, they have 5 fails in a year, it doesn't matter because he's emboldened by 2 hits like Moana and Deadpool and Wolverine, for example. So that means that next year they might release 6 or 7 flops and 3 good movies. But he thinks, in a decade, people will want this content and at least we will have a giant backlog of it. But that's not the case. But he believes in the message. He truly thinks that this will pay off. And I think that Neil Druckmann thinks the same way. Neil Druckmann is not doing this because he thinks he's following a social trend. Neil Druckmann is doing this because, first of all, I guess he's got a fetish for these types of women, but he also thinks that one day it's going to pay off. He believes in the activism that he's pushing, but consumers do not believe in this. I mean, maybe a few fan sites do, and sure, there were a lot of people who still enjoyed Last of Us 2 in totality, though there were a hell of a lot of people that were criticizing him and the decisions that they've made And when faced with criticism on this post, the shill responded in such an unprofessional way, just saying, like, cool story and keep crying. And sure, this is not like an official account. This is just somebody who decided they wanted to create this account and run it themselves. It's not like a developer or anything, as far as we know. You never know for certain. But Jordan is not a well-liked character already, and this game is severely lacking in the eyes of gamers because it's faced tons of backlash already. The trailer on the PlayStation YouTube channel has 90,000 likes to 219,000 dislikes. On Naughty Dog's channel, the game has 63,000 likes and 152,000 dislikes. And the comments are turned off. And funny enough, I was live streaming the Game Awards, of course, per usual, but they instantly had shut the comments off. They knew that this was going to face backlash, yet they still went ahead with it. I mean, it's clear as day that current day Naughty Dog does not give a fuck about customers. They only care about activism. And it's so sad because Naughty Dog is one of those companies that is a shell of the company they once were, like Rocksteady, for example. Most of the people working at Rocksteady now are activists. It's the same way with Naughty Dog. It has been for years. And maybe they can still create good content. Maybe Intergalactic will actually be a really great game in totality. But this is the first trailer that they decided to put out, and so people are going to judge it, and they are being judged very harshly. On the PlayStation channel, the comments are still turned on, and most of them are negative. I feel like Will Smith will slap me for making fun of her. The trailer is 2 hours ago. Ew, it's so old. We need a remaster. The most surprising thing about this trailer is that Sony left the comments on. I'm so cool, guys. Look at how I sip this drink. They sell hair as a separate DLC. The trust in Naughty Dog is at an all-time low, and the remaster comments are so funny because they do keep pumping out remakes and remasters of games that do not need them, but they've been so desperate for money, probably to make Intergalactic, that they have decided, you know what, we're just going to keep putting out these remakes and remasters because I'm sure that there will be a few people who will buy them even though they never hit top seller charts. This situation is just so sad to me because while Naughty Dog can obviously create whatever the hell they want, I wish that they would just go back to making amazing games, and maybe they can turn things around. I don't think so, because this is clearly not a game that's going to come out anytime soon. It's probably going to release in like 2026, and that means that the game after that could potentially be more in line with what they've created in the past. But that means we're not even going to get that game until like 2030. It's like Star Wars Eclipse. That game is probably going to be ultra woke, but it's not going to come out until like 2029. So maybe after that, we will start to see a shift with developers. Though, with people like Neil Druckmann at the helm, doubling, tripling, and quadrupling down, it's hard to believe that that could happen, but things are not getting any better with Intergalactic. I'm sure over the next couple of weeks, there's going to be a lot of chatter about it, maybe even some developers speaking out about this game, though it's still going to be years until it releases. The talk will die down until we get more teasers and trailers, but so far things are not going good for PlayStation and Naughty Dog. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.